And then we have the Labour government desperately trying to pretend that that important. The Americans don't trust us.
We've all been lied to our whole lives. Can't you bloody tell? Across the ocean.
Well, hello, you gorgeous mother truckers, you, and welcome to another video. Right then, so I suppose we should really be celebrating the fact that Donald Trump has managed to do that no one else could do, and has actually managed to broker a ceasefire in the Israel-Gaza situation. And of course, it's quite impressive that straight away Hamas find their military uniforms again. They all start celebrating the fact that they've got food and they're not starving, and they've all got nice new haircuts and watches and driving expensive BMWs and all this sort of stuff, because of course it was all a lie. A whole lot of it was a lie, perpetuated to, for some unknown reason, portray Israel as the enemy, even though it was them that started it. Now, a lot of what goes on and has been going on in Gaza, I've had literally nothing to do with, or don't really want to say much on, because I don't have a dog in this fight. It's got absolutely nothing to do with us whatsoever. But it's all, you know, it's early steps. Okay, we've only got stage one. They've got a ceasefire. The hostages are being returned. So there is always the possibility that everything is going great. And we'll just have to say it's a long road. And I'm sure somewhere along the line, some idiot will come along and try and ruin it. But at the moment, joy feelings. Everything is good. Everything is happy. Everybody's doing well so far. Now, of course, because it was Donald Trump that did it, he should have won the Nobel Peace Prize, to be fair, but he didn't, and they were never going to give it to him. And before we go any further, I watched, well, no, I didn't watch, Mrs. G, for whatever reason, decided to have that shit show called Loose Women, which is the British version of The View, which is, again, is a complete waste of time. And even though he's done that, of course, the panel all, well, you know, but the world's been suffering with this and blah 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 blah. Shut up. You know, as people have said before, Donald Trump could find the cure for cancer and he'd still have done something wrong. But in any case, the world is rejoicing, I guess, you know, and it's all finished and everything's good and everybody's happy and blah blah blah. And there you go. So, well, let's play the video of Bridget Phillipson coming on and talking about this. I mean, she was talking about other things. I mean, she's a Labour MP for a start off, so she's probably, you can go for the default lying. But anyway, guys, have a listen to what she said.
We have played a key role behind the scenes in shaping this. It's right that we do so because it's in all of our interest, including our own national interest, that we move to a lasting peace in the region.
Well, when you say behind the scenes, like what? I mean, it seems to everybody else in the world that this has been done by Trump and the Israelis and Hamas. What part did we play?
These are complex matters of diplomacy that we are involved in, but we do welcome and recognise the critical role that the American government played in moving us to this point. What matters now, of course, is how we move beyond this immediate end to the war, moving towards that lasting peace that we all want to see. And that is why we've recognised a Palestinian state, but why alongside that, we're committed to making sure that a safe and secure Israel endures.
I mean, literally, to the camera, an absolute and complete barefaced lie. And we know it's a barefaced lie because a question was asked on Sky. And, well, let's see what they have to say there.
You say that you wanted to contradict those words. You saying that from your perspective, the UK government didn't play a key role?
I have to say that it actually was playing the opposite role when we could have probably achieved, and this is not my word, this is Marco Rubio's words, you know, telling them, sitting in the room, knowing the parties and understanding where we're at, those actions that were taken by the government of the UK have actually pushed Hamas to embolden their position and to refuse a ceasefire already 2 months ago.
So, as you can see, it was actually the British government that was causing the delay. When they recognised Palestine, the Americans said, well, it made things a lot harder. So the Labour government are scrambling like complete and utter lying bastards that they are to claim credit for something they had absolutely nothing to do with, and as it turns out was actually causing more of an issue and more of a problem. Even the US ambassador to Britain turned around and said, actually, the only person you got to thank for this is Donald Trump. Now, he's flown over there, old Starmer, with other leaders, where they all pretend that they've helped when they haven't done anything. All they've done is virtue signal, gaslight, and lied about it. But we'll keep our fingers crossed that hopefully this will be the end of that. So they've got a ceasefire and it looks like everything's going. So does that stop the Free Palestine movement protests?
Sure that we are not able to end not just the genocide, but the settler, colonial, racist, apartheid regime that is Israel. Let's not get confused. A ceasefire means nothing. A ceasefire means nothing if it demobilizes us from ending Zionism itself. An ideology of fascism, an ideology of racism. In order for Palestine to be free, Zionism has to end in this world. That is a pure fact. That is a material reality of our cause. So these marches continue. They have to continue until apartheid ends. Not just this genocide. The genocide has been ongoing for 100 years. We keep marching. We keep on disrupting, we keep on boycotting, and we keep on supporting those and being involved with those who are smashing up the weapons of war. We need direct action, we need civil disobedience, we need boycotts, and at the minimum, we need protests. Thank you very much.
Well, of course it didn't, because it was never going to do that, because it's never been about that. The Free Palestine protests have been very much anti-Semitic, but also a show of force by the lunatics. And as I've said in a previous video before, what they do is they are using expendable white idiots so they can see how the police react to situations. They're learning their tactics. Not a very wise thing to do. So we have Free Palestine marches still continuing because they want a ceasefire. They get one, so that's not good enough. They want something else. They won't tell you what that is, but they definitely want something else. It was never about that. And then we have the Labour government desperately trying to pretend that that important. The Americans don't trust us. The Americans don't have a lot to do with us anymore, because they can see Keir Starmer and they can see what the Labour government are, and they're worried about a Muslim being in charge of the Home Secretary, so therefore the intelligence. So they're not happy. So I know Donald Trump come over and, the special friendship continues, blah, blah, blah. They don't care. They're not interested. They don't trust us. What a state to be in. Any case, congratulations to Donald Trump and the Americans for securing that deal that's in place. I know, as I said before, just running this up, there's lots of steps to go, but the ceasefire's happened, and the 20 male alive prisoners have been returned. The dead ones are all the women, as far as we can tell, who've probably been raped and murdered because, it's Hamas. Although one shining star is, as I've mentioned before, Tony Blair was being muted as the interim governor of Gaza. And you know how bad you are as a human being when even Hamas don't want anything to do with you. silver lining and all that. Any case, enough of that. Ways to support the channel down below. Thank you to everybody who's subscribed so far. It's very much appreciated. It genuinely is never believed in my wildest dreams I get to where I am now. Thank you. And it's all down to you. It really is. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you've not subscribed, why not? It's free. Doesn't cost you a penny. And if you like what I'm doing, you agree with what I'm doing, that would make perfectly good sense, wouldn't it? Don't forget, if you do subscribe, to select the notification button to all, ding the magic bell, and that means you'll get notifications from YouTube that I've done another video. Well, not really, because 9 times out of 10 they don't tell you, or when they do tell you, it's an hour late. But you can try. You can like, you can share, you can comment. That's if the AI doesn't delete that comment as well, because that's always distinctly possible as well. If you still want to talk to me, gobstertalks@yahoo.com. That'll give you all the information. You can email me and we can speak like that. That'd be absolutely awesome if that's what you wish to do. And that's it. So, I'll catch you in the next one.
You said to me that you can't stand the world you're living in no more. I can't say